The year was 2019, April of 2019 to be specific. I met my ex, and the first time she invited me over, actually inside of her place, she made me dinner. And the centerpiece of the dinner was pot roast, along with roasted carrots and potatoes. And that's what I'm going to be making here as I get my big cut of beef chuck roast washed off. I had to remember what cut it was. I also got a cut of pork shoulder as well. Not pork shoulder, but beef shoulder as well. I am getting my mayo, brine, base, whatever you want to call it. I'm getting that applied to that chuck and that shoulder. I'm adding in my turmeric. Well, that's blackness seasoning. And this is turmeric. Taking you through it real quick. This is black pepper. You know what we say. If you ain't sneezing, it ain't seasoned. That's garlic powder, I'm sure. I'm gonna be adding onion powder in there as well. And that other seasoning was minced onion. That's a little lemon pepper. That I'm not sure. This is soul food seasoning. I'm not sure what that last one was. Maybe I doubled up on onion or garlic powder. That was paprika. I believe this was the soul food seasoning. Oh man, I'm messing y'all up, huh? This is like an Italian herb blend or something like that. It's like oregano, thyme, dried oregano, thyme, rosemary, diced. The last seasoning was cumin. And you can see here, I'm getting it, I'm massaging the chuck right here, making interesting faces as I get it massaged. As I massaged our cut of chuck and our cut of beef shoulder as well. None of it is pork, giving it very interesting looks, yet intriguing at the same time. And by doing this, I'm like breaking down the leanness of it so that more flavor could actually get inside of the meat. Very intriguing looks I'm making at it. Y'all should have heard the actual sound effects. It was mouth watering. As I get my red wine here shook up, gonna pour a little bit into my marinade bag right here. Oh yeah. Getting it poured in. It's been a long time since I made a video on this format, and I'm happy to be doing it again. Life has been lifing, but I'm always happy to make these videos, bring these videos to you, share my experiences as I get that ACV, couple squirts of ACV squirted into that marinade bag as well. From the looks of it, that should equate to maybe 3 teaspoons, maybe. And that right there is turnip. And I'm going to be doing some more things with that turnip. Always singing, always vibing. Y'all know me. If you watched any of my old videos, I'm always doing something extra as I film these, as I record these. And I got my marinade bag there. I actually let it sit in the freezer for close to 2 hours. I put it in that marinade bag. I let it sit in the freezer. You can see right here, this is the result. I let it sit in the freezer for like 2 hours. I don't know why I let it sit in the freezer. My idea is that, I don't know what my idea is. I don't know what my theory is. I guess I haven't really expounded upon my theory. You see celery right there. The last shot was green bell pepper and potatoes. I had those potatoes sitting in warm water and salt. Uh, but yeah, like I was saying, I'm not quite sure what my theory is because I did the same thing for my family this past Christmas with steak. I didn't let it sit in the freezer overnight, but I let it sit in the refrigerator overnight. But I guess since I wasn't letting it sit, the chuck roast sit overnight, I guess that my logic was letting it sit in the freezer for 2 hours would get it close to that overnight effect. Because I really don't believe I don't believe that letting, your meat marinate. Some guys are like, okay, let it marinate overnight. That's the way to get maximum flavor. I'm like, I mean, if you season it and if you actually like massaged it into the meat, like your seasonings and whatever your base is, be it mayo, mustard, vinaigrette, whatever it is. My thinking is that if you put it in the freezer for a couple hours, it should have close to the same outcome. I mean, I get it. The more you let something, the more you let something sit over time, I get it. More of their flavor is going to escape into the meat that you're cooking. And that shallot right there, so far I've diced up some celery and red onion. But yeah, I just don't think it takes all that time to have an effective marinade. And that's the word, maybe that's the word I should use, effective. Like, because this marinade was effective, that's green bell pepper. But this marinade was, I won't say that it was effective as letting it, sit overnight, because I didn't let it sit overnight. But the outcome, the flavor, seemingly just as effective. I let it sit in there close to 2 hours. Not even a full 2 hours. But I'm off this subject. It just amazes me how some people are dead set in overnight marinating. Like, it has to marinate overnight to get the to get the maximum amount of flavor. I'm like, bro. Look, it's marinated at this. It's marinated if you just, put it in the freezer bag and set it in the refrigerator for like 30 minutes. That's marinated. Like, some of that flavor, not all of that flavor is not going to be in the meat if you have a great technique. And you seen my technique. I took my time with it. Like, this video isn't doing it justice. I probably massaged that meat, pause. I probably massaged that meat for like 5 minutes. The faces I was making at those, man. But I can assure you though, my ex would be proud. As I get that white onion chopped up as well. Yes, getting that white onion chopped up as well. My mouth's watering just looking at this. And my mouth was watering as I was doing it, as well as my eyes, and my nostrils were on fire. And that is that's not a red Thai chili. A lot of, if you looked at my old videos, y'all know that I use red Thai chili quite a bit, but these are just dried red chilies. I think they're Hispanic. And that right there, that blend right there, that is rosemary. That's fresh rosemary, thyme, and sage. So I'm getting half of those sprigs diced up. And I'm going to be adding them to the veggies that I already have diced up. Y'all know me. You know me. If you looked at any of my older content, you know how much I love my fresh veggies. And I have to credit, I do have to credit, pardon me, I do have to credit my ex. She is responsible for the reason why I do enjoy fresh veggies and whatever I cook. It's a game changer. Not that I wasn't enjoying fresh veggies before, it's just that, some things stick with you. You meet people. That's garlic. I didn't have a clip of me dicing up the garlic, but that is fresh garlic. That's about 5 cloves. And you can see, like, oh, look how it glistens. That is flavor. Getting those potatoes and baby carrots added on in that pan as well. And the garlic was the last thing to go in it. I got all of those other veggies added into it, as well as the herbs. And the turmeric, I actually used a grater to grate shreds of turmeric onto it as well. I let it cook for about maybe half an hour by itself, the meat itself, on about 400. And before I added in my veggies. And after I added my veggies in, I flipped them both. So, but yeah, some things stick with you. Sometimes you meet people, or however temporary or however long it lasts, and some things that some things you just take away from the interaction. And that's one thing that I took away from the interaction is I always get fresh veggies. I've got that timestamp there just to show that I did record this a day before her birthday. So this is my way of just showing me love, It's a tribute to her. See there, that's the final result. All that steam, all that heat roasted the HE double hockey sticks out of everything that was in that pan. See how pot roast went? Oh, and that juice. Oh my goodness. Hey, y'all would drink it. Y'all would swill that juice right here as I get a tender cut. Oh, as I was cutting into it, the outermost layer of it got the right amount of crisp on it, but that knife sunk in. Once I got past the crispiness of the crust of it, the outermost layer of that roast, that knife just cut through that meat, just seemingly melted through it. I'm giving it a taste right here. Big man's giving it a taste. What do you think? Oh, he's at lost for words. Guys, it's been good. It's been great. It's been real. I haven't done this in a long time. I'm getting my proverbial feet wet. And as I always say, it's been real. See ya.